And Dr. McLaughlin, let me ask you this. I was intrigued by my colleague, Congressman Iss's line of questioning. I was especially intrigued when he went down the panel, and I believe all four of our witnesses agreed, Professor Vladeck enthusiastically, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to mischaracterize it, but as long as there's bicameralism and presentment, I think your words were you would like to see Congress do more of overseeing and deciding whether to keep particular regulations. So my question for you, Dr. McLaughlin, is this. The Congressional Review Act currently has what is functionally a fixed look-back window. Right now, I think if it's a regulation came in around August of last year or later, we can use the CRA's mechanisms to decide whether we want to keep it or reject it as an elected body exercising the Article I power that is ultimately the basis for the regulatory action in the first place. Is there any reason we ought to limit ourselves to this functionally 6-ish month look back? We got a bill on the floor this week that would make it a year look back. Would that be better?
There's no reason not to extend the look back, in my opinion. Extending the CRA would allow more. We're talking about midnight regulations effectively that the CRA.
But we don't have to be, right? I mean, why are we worried only about midnight? I think it's great to be worried about midnight, but why not 6 p.m.? Why aren't we worried about a regulation that was promulgated in 1994 if it no longer makes sense? And you have bicameralism and presentment, and this body wants to reject that regulation, or in 1958, or in 1973. What's the rationale?
I don't think there is a rationale for not extending it further back. I think that we're just stuck in a situation of inertia.
We've always done it this way. Would you encourage us to take a look at amending the Congressional Review Act to give this body the authority under its procedures to reject agency regulations regardless of when they were promulgated?
Well, as a scholar, I'm hesitant to endorse any specific bill, but it does seem like it would have positive economic consequences.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Gentleman yields back.